Hi, my name is Rob. I'm not a sales guy, I'm a delivery guy. But there's some things you need to know if you want to buy a shipping container. You're thinking about getting a used container? There's some stuff you definitely need to know. Here we go. So you're thinking about buying a container. You want a used one because it's so much less expensive. The sales guy says, oh, it's gently used. It's going to be straight. It's going to look good if you throw a little bit of paint on it. It's only a few years old. Here's what you're getting most of the time. 2006. 2007 is the date manufactured. 2007. This is 2025. 18 years. Let me show you what you got. You're buying a box. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to have rust on it. I picked the yellow one because they show the rust the best, but they've all got it. First trip out, these doors start to get scraped. Every trip out, water starts to get in those hinges. It's got a special kind of steel called Corten steel. It's designed to get a patina of rust on it and then stabilize. So who knows how old this is? Poke it. Nothing wrong with it. This is a wind and water tight. I call it a wind and water tight because a harbor master is not declared it cargo worthy. And I'm not qualified to declare it cargo worthy. But it's ugly. It's used. It's got this kind of rust on it. You think a little bit of that patina, that rich, thick patina, is going to cause that 300-ton steel corner beam to be any weaker? Nope. But it's ugly. And it's used. 18 years old. Been out on the sea most of that time. It's gonna have dents, it's gonna have scratches. Who knows what that is? Ran up against something red at some point. These dents, they happen when they're loading them, when they're unloading them, when they're moving them around, when they're bumping them into each other. They'll have repairs. Is that an industry standard repair? Don't know. But I'm not a harbor master. I can't declare it cargo worthy. I can only inspect for wind and water tight. And what that means is I open up the door. I get about a minute at the depot. About a minute. And I have to get a first impression. I can see that there's some repairs. I can see the floor looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna walk inside. I'm gonna draw this door shut behind me. Not all the way, because I can't shut myself in. And then I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk all the way to the back. I'm gonna look around. Do I see any pinholes of light? Anything? I'm moving my phone up and down. There's the vents. There's the door. Light looks even around the top and bottom. That feels probably good. The right-hand door, no light coming around there at all. That one's good. Moving around, looking. Okay, now I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna look and make sure there's no pinholes on the ceiling, on the other side of the corrugations that I didn't see. I don't usually get to do that exterior walk around I did for the video. Check this out. Look, there's a repair. I can't reject this for that repair. That's an industry standard repair. If you don't like it, don't buy any used container. Oh look, there's another one. That's probably because at some point in its life, a loader punched down with those prongs and poked holes in it, or poked dents in it, but then collected water and rusted. There's another one. Who knows if a forklift poked through that? That's about the right spot for a forklift to poke through. But it didn't show any light, so I can't reject it. Oh, there's another one. This is perfectly fine for wind and watertight used container. That some people call them cargo worthy, but I can't because I'm not a harbor master. Those are those vents. They're a little dent. Might want to throw some paint on the top of that one if you buy this container. Little dents. Let's see if I can find that weld spot on that one side. That might be it. Most likely is. Somebody probably pounded out a dent, had a crack show up, and put a bead on it. That's a floor repair. Someone's cut out a piece of the flooring and put a new one in. On a wind and watertight, that might just be a square of tin or steel. I'm not a harbor master. I can't look down underneath it and see how thick is that. All I get to do is step on it. Feels solid. Sometimes the floors will be delaminated, but if they're solid, that's still a wind and watertight. Wind and watertight doesn't mean it's good or perfect or wonderful. You can have rust on the door pulls. See that seal? That's how the seal works. It squishes in. So there's a lot of forgiveness for imperfections on the door. That rust would have to get really, really bad for it to show any light through here. Really bad. This is not showing any light. Then I'll normally open up and shut the left-hand door as well. I gotta lean with all of my weight to open this up. Because inside these hinges are vinyl sleeves. There's one right there. See that vinyl sleeve right there. And that vinyl sleeve gets crusted with rust particles. And it acts like little door jambs. It makes it hard to open and shut. But you don't want these things swinging in the wind either, because these doors are very heavy. Now, when you're shutting these things, you have to have the handles pointed out. Start with the hinge on the outside. Push it in a little bit. It's not going to go very far. Oh, sorry. Now you need to push the other one. Alternate between the two. So you can get it in. I did struggle with that a little bit, doing it one-handed, but it does shut. And that's the standard. Doesn't have to open and shut easily, just has to open and shut. I'm gonna do this one. Hopefully this one will shut a little bit better. So you lean on it, push the door in, and with the one closest to the outside hinge, start rolling it in. Now it stops, because you have to do them together and alternate them. But they latch and they shut all the way. That's the standard. Not easy, just has to do it. Those door pulls are straight. This is a wind and watertight container. This could sell today from any of 100 different container companies as a wind and watertight, used, standard height, 40-foot shipping container. You need to know what you're getting. This is a good example of what you're going to get. Will some of them be slightly prettier? Yeah. Will some of them be worse? Oh yeah. Are any of them going to look like a one-tripper? Nope. Let me show you what a one-tripper looks like. Those two are one-trippers. They're shipping containers which have been specifically manufactured with the intent of being sent over with product in them once and then sold to an end user for a shed or for storage or for rental. That's called a one-tripper. It is going to have scratches on it. It might have dents. It might have a little bit of damage, but the door bars should be straight. The seals should be good. Shouldn't have any holes in it. But it's not going to be absolutely perfect. It's just going to look a whole lot better than that. So buyer beware, and don't waste a delivery driver's time, because I get there with this container, this perfectly serviceable container, and you wanted to buy that for the price of that. It's annoying. Stop it. Have a great day.